Like chat. Yo. It's good.
Check that.
Stop. Chop it though. Huh?
Yeah, so like it's pop.
Chicken in.
Restart.
Yeah, we good.
All right, so brothers, great. Let's start. Let's come back to another live camp. Before we get started, we're gonna give our praises, glory, infinite honor to the bonds to the apostles and the others, the great millstone. To us is true, rule well, and peace, blessings, and salutation be to both of you, as well as those that believe in the gospel, being endured to the end. All right, back out here again. All right, another Sabbath. Another opportunity to prophesy the downfall of America. All right, but you know it's Babylon 3. All right, and we can see pertaining to prophecy pertaining to the clues that the time is short. All right, things that's happening in the earth. All right, it's all biblical prophecy that's told in the scriptures, man. All right, we can see the countdown to but you know it's World War III. All right, give me that Revelation 11, the third. All right, to the 9. Right? Because the Lord has a specific spirit of war within the planet Earth, man. All right, there's a spirit of war here in America. All right, we have uh, an abundance of people, all right, who's ready to overthrow the government, man. You see, but there's a spirit of war upon the Middle East, all right, where it says in Joel the second chapter will be the place where World War III takes what's the word? Yahweh Shabbat. All right, well, the Lord is going to plead and judge the nations, man. You know, go ahead. I can get that in verse 2 as well. God. It's Joel chapter 3 and verse 2. It says, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. God. Real quick, the word plead in the Strong's. Slide. It's H8199 Sapat. Sapat. It says to judge, to vindicate, to punish. Right? And that's what the Lord is getting ready to do. All right. Give me Wisdom of Solomon 18 and 15. Right, because Yahweh is getting ready to send Yahweh on the planet Earth to do what? Judge the nations, man. All right, vindicate Israel. You see, go ahead. It says, to decide controversy, to execute judgment. Yeah, and that's what the Lord is getting ready to do, man. Execute judgment on the planet Earth. All right, especially starting with first and foremost Esau, Edom. All right, you elites, man, the ones who are pulling the strings. All right, behind the curtains. You know, it also says to avenge. It says to condemn. Yep. That's it. Go back and read it. Yep. It's Joel 3 and 2 again. It says, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. Verse 20 says, but I will remove far off the northern army. Right. What's the northern army? You know, it's America, man. Right. All right. And what you have, you know, multiple experts, a lot of wartime, you know, generals and different things, you know, proclaiming that it's a lot of movement going on over there in the Middle East. Right. All right. But America, certain ships. I was talking to Brother Kavar yesterday, showing him a couple things that the U.S. is doing. All right, with these different ships that they have ready to be positioned. All right, so they can launch into the Middle East, man. You had a few days ago, it's so-called, you know, at the last minute that they called off an attack that the U.S. was getting ready to go into Iran with, man. You know, and this is the spirit of war that is in the planet Earth. You see, keep going. That's what I
execute the northern army
Yep.
and will drive him into a land barren and desolate.
All right, which the land that's barren and desolate goes into, over there around the areas of Saudi Arabia, man. All right.
It says, with his face toward the east sea, his inner part toward the utmost sea.
All right, which represents the Red Sea, and the hindermost sea represents the I believe it's the Euphrates, right? The Euphrates, right? And that shows you the area where the Lord is getting ready to plead with these other nations, man. All right. That's we understand that the MOTB has to happen first. But who says, a small war, can't break out and then a response attack it happens over here in America? They can implement MOTB like that. That's the times that we get back. You see,
Yeah, you already have, a lot of major facilities making the MOTP. Right, the infrastructure is being set up. Right, they already have what they going into 6G now.
Yeah.
Right, no more 5G, they going into 6G already.
5G, but even that's 4 years, man. Go ahead.
The blueprint is already laid out. Like the brother say, all it takes is one major event to happen. Right, and then the MOTP can be mandated just like that, man. They set the troops in place now. Okay, they set up their different laws and legislation to back them up for doing the things that they intend to do. So it's this thing's already set in motion, man.
Yeah. Stage is set, man. That's why I say it's not gonna be much longer than we got that feel all right in this captivity, man. All right. You can see these last policies getting ready to play out right before our very eyes. All right. And through the spirit, we believe that this is gonna happen while you have the current president, all right, DJ Trump, sitting in the office, man. He's the perfect part to do it. See? Go ahead, bring that up.
This is Revelation chapter 11, verse 14. The second was fast,
Which represents World War II. All right, go ahead.
and behold, the third one coming quick.
Right, and war means destruction. All right, and that third war, all right, that third world war is coming quick. You see, we can see NATO, all right, turning on the whole, hating the whole, with the whole situation between Trump and Greenland, man. Right, you have multiple countries, which represents the 7 heads. I believe all the countries that condemn what Trump is doing represents the 7 heads, man. All right, Germany, France, Denmark, Great Britain, Italy, Poland. All right, all these different nations went out and condemned the whore. All right, the chief of Esau Edom, man. You see, these are the times that we live in. All right, this is prophecy, man. It's exciting times. Especially within another month or two. All right, coming up on the times of the Passover, man. But
Yeah, it's a little bit at the end.
go ahead.
It says, I'm gonna do it again from the EC. It says, I will drive him into a land barren and desolate, with his face towards the east sea, and his inner part towards the utmost sea, and his day shall come up. Our Savior shall come up because he hath done great things. So like ill Savior should come up because he has done great things. All right, so pretty much, the Lord is set the battleground. All right, and He's also giving you, exactly what is going to be happening. Like the brother said, in the Middle East, the EC being what was it, the Persian Gulf, and the utmost sea being the Red Sea.
Yeah.
Come, the Lord is just pretty much setting up the battleground. Yeah.
And also said a state shall rise up. Right, they gonna be burying their bodies, taking their bodies back. How they fold the American flag over their coffins. Right, ain't gonna be none of that. Right, their bodies gonna lay flat, man, on the ground where it was put down there. Nope.
That's it.
This Joel 3:9, it says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles.
Right, and this Gentiles is talking about the heathen, man. All right, go ahead.
It says, prepare war, wake up the mighty men.
Yep.
Let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears.
Yeah.
Let the weak say, I am strong.
That's what you have happening now. All right, these nations that were once considered weak, they're saying we're strong, right? You have Iran basically telling,
Yes.
they talking big shit now.
That's right.
If you're looking at the news, all right, and the things Iran is saying, they're talking big shit to America. Like, oh, I wish you would do it. You know, and this wasn't a thing that they would do. You know, go back 5, 10 years, man. You know, and all of these different countries, they'll get tired of America, man. Anytime you have your so-called alliance condemning you, calling you out, and you are, Trump said, we are native, you know, saying we are the military might of this alliance, you see? And when you have these other nations coming out condemning and coming up against you, man, that tells you the type of time, you know? But don't think I'm
Yeah, yeah. Verse 11, it says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about to the cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Yehoshaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about.
right. And this is what, like we went over in the second chapter, all right? This is what the Lord is going to judge the heathen, all right? And not just here, he's going to judge, all right, across the planet Earth, man. You see? Might got that Luke beside 18. Right?
Psalm chapter 18. Thy almighty word down from heaven out of thy one throne.
Yep, thy almighty word, which is brother, give me John 1 and 1. All right, so we can prove who the word is. It's Yahweh Shai, man. All right. God. Bring it up.
It's John 1 and 1. It says, in the beginning was the word,
Right,
and the word was with power.
right. And this is talking about Yahweh Shai, him dwelling with the Most High, all right, in the beginning. See, being the first spirit to ever be created. Go ahead.
And the word was power.
Uh,
The same was in the beginning with Yahweh.
right, now, bring that out.
Since thy almighty word came down from heaven out of thy royal throne.
Right, and who has royal throne? Who's in the heavens, all right, sitting at the right hand of the Most High? Yahweh Shai, man. All right, it says she's going to leap off the throne as a what?
As the fierce man of war, and to the midst of the land of destruction.
Midst of the land of destruction, which is on the planet Earth, as we just went over, all right, in the valley of Yahweh Shabbat, all right, Yahweh's judgment. You see, and he's going to leap off the throne. It ain't say he's going to get up, stretch. No, man. It tell you that day of vengeance burns in his heart, man. That's right, you know? They got one that, they got one that. God, you know, and that's what's coming. All right, we getting ready to see Yahweh Shai crack the heavens, man. All right, brother could carry that in Revelation.
If you ain't get it there,
Kyle,
I got one for you too. Okay.
give me that in Isaiah.
I got it. I'll go to 2 to 3.
Oh, it's 6.
That's what I'm gonna get. So we get
This is, you want me to start at the top?
yes.
This is Isaiah 63 and 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom? Dyed garments from Basra.
Right, and which Basra represents the chief city of who? So-called white people. All right, which the modern day Basra will be considered America. That's right. You see, and they said the Lord is coming strictly straight for you. You know, go ahead,
Dyed garments.
Dyed garments, man.
This that is glorious in his apparel. I meet you as a man. Traveling. Traveling in the righteousness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the winefat? I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury.
God, if I could see, and it started off with what? Him traveling greatness of his strength, coming back with that angelic force. All right, the powers that the earth has never seen before. You see? And as he's coming in that form, he's coming to do what? Take the kingdom back, man. All right? And he's going to do it by what? Violence, man. You see? Go ahead.
And trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment.
Yeah, so the Lord is coming to get up close and personal, all right, with the rulers of this world, man. All right, and this is first and foremost going with two elites, man. All right.
Go with that. This Isaiah 34:6 says, "The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with the fatness and with the blood of rams and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Lord has a sacrifice in Basra and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea."
The land of Idumea. You see?
I always get that word slaughter.
Yeah, it's a H.
Gotta look at it.
Got it.
Isaiah 34:6.
H28:7. But it says he has a Lord had a sacrifice in Basra, man. All right, that's what you at 34:6, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And it says a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. Once again, talking to you so-called white people, man. All right, because you know your heritage, you know your roots. All right, Idumea is what? The Greek word for Edom. You see? All you people that come from the Caucasus Mountains, all right, out of Mount Petra, all right? You people that govern the earth, you know, Mount Sip. All right. The Lord is coming, and you got a target on your back, man. All right. Chaldeans, yeah. Come.
No,
That's all.
I got it now.
Oh, bring that word out.
Yeah, bring the word over.
This that word slaughter, H2874 Tebah. Like and it says slaughter, slaughtering. But when you go to the root word, right, which is H2873. Yep. It says to slaughter, to slay, to butcher, to kill ruthlessly.
Oh, boy. The Lord is coming back with vengeance. The brother had that one. Said the vengeance burning my heart.
It's a little bit more. I said, yeah, 36. Gotta go down. This is Revelation chapter 19, and I'm gonna start at 12. It says, "His eyes were filled with flames of fire, and on his head were many crowns, and he had a name written that no man knew." It's Revelation chapter 19, verse 11. It says, "And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat upon was called Faithful and True."
Right. This is talking about your house shot. All right, go ahead.
Right? It says, "And in righteousness he does judge and make war."
Right. It's telling you what the Lord is coming to judge and make. Go ahead.
Yeah, boy. It says, "His eyes were as flames of fire, and on his head were many crowns, and he had a name written that no man knew, but he himself."
Right. It goes into the Lord's rank, man. All
Uh-huh.
right. It said he had many crowns. Those crowns represents what? Power. All right. And the people on the earth, they pursue themselves to have the crowns, to have the glory of the Lord. You know?
Yeah.
That out.
I got more. It goes on to say, and he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of the Most High.
Right. And that it goes back into the John 1:1, showing you who's the word of the Most High. All right. Because
I think that's straight over there. Like, look, I
They should
they can't. They got it.
yeah, and it says, "And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon the white horse, clothed in fine linen and white and clean."
Right, which this goes to the church that's coming with your house shot. You know, so the Lord get ready to block up the sky with a million chariots that's coming with him. All right, as he gonna be standing on top of that massive fathership, man. You know,
He got a little more. It says, "Out of his mouth drew sharp sword, and with it shall smite the nations. He shall move them with a rod of iron. And he tried the winepress with a fierce anger." My bad. "And he tried the winepress of his fierceness and wrath of the Almighty Yahweh." And it says he had on his vesture name, the vesture and on his thigh a name written, King of Kings and Lord of Lords.
right? And that's what the Lord is coming to do. All All right, when you trample in the wine press, all right, which is goes in the blood of the grapes, all right, it's red, all right. Like the brother just showed me that picture. The Lord said he gonna have blood all on his garment, man. He tell you that in Revelation, the 14th chapter. How much blood is gonna be in the planet Earth because of the slain of the Lord, man. You know. Gonna finish that all right.
Verse 5. Verse 4.
But the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeemed is come.
You gotta think about it. The Lord been waiting over 2,000 years for this moment. See, you don't think he just been sitting there pondering and thinking how many ways people get ready to die by his hand, you know? But then,
And I looked, and there was none to help, and I wondered that there was none to uphold. Therefore, mine own arm brought salvation unto me, and my fury it upheld me. Verse 6. And I will tread down the people in my anger, and make them drunk in my fury, and I will bring down their strength to the earth.
he said he gonna make some drunk in his fury, which because of wine is like great. See, so the Lord, he gonna make you drink that wine, man. Metaphorically speaking, which is symbolic of you being put to death, man. You know, with,
This Exodus 15,
Yes.
it says Yahweh is a man of war. This Exodus 15:3, Yahweh is a man of war.
yes,
Yahweh is his name. Pharaoh's chariots and his hopes that he cast into the sea. His chosen captives also are drowned in the Red Sea. The depths had covered them, they sank into the bottom as a stone. Thy right hand, O Yahweh, is become glorious and powerful. His right hand is challenge. Thy right hand, O Yahweh, and dashed in pieces the enemies. And in the greatness of thy excellency, thou hast overthrown them that has rose up against thee. Thou sendest forth thy wrath, which consumed them as snow. And with the blast of thy nostrils, the waters were gathered together, the flood stood up right as a heap, and the depths were congealed in the heart of the sea. That was it. Yeah. So, like the brother been saying, Yahweh being a man of war, he sent his right hand, all right, which is Yahweh Shai. He's in the grace with the heavenly Father, man. Along with the angels he created. The Lord, men is men of war.
that's right.
All right, we all the warriors, man, of the Most High. So when the destruction comes, you're gonna be on the team of the man of the host of heaven, man. All right, that all the angels stand trembling. Who gonna do the business of the Most High business, man? We gonna be on their team.
Yeah, because we are as prophets, we what? Messengers. All right, we heralds. We're the ones that's telling you what the Lord, all right, what the King of Kings is getting ready to do. You see, so by default, he's gonna do what? Call us back. All right. The Lord's gonna bring forth the famine of the word. That's the Lord calling his men back. So now it's time for him to bring judgment forth. You see, as it says in Psalms 119, man, it's just gonna be a time for the Lord to work. All right.
See, also that here, Bible makes brothers of walk. Like I think of brothers gonna get spiritual powers, man.
That's right.
It's gonna be up there. You got it, bro.
God for it, third God.
It's the book of Matthew. The book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 34. Great. Book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 34. And it says, think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. So that's backing the brothers up, with their point. The Lord not coming back to play.
It's contrary to the world thing. All right. The Lord not coming back with roses. All right. Cupcakes, cookies, to give out to the world. The Lord is coming back with vengeance, a sword, and he's getting ready to fill the earth with blood, man. All right. That's just what it is. You see?
Like you say, he coming to crack the clouds, man.
That's it.
He ain't coming back to play with you goddamn people. Like I said, the Lord got a hit list, man. Of people he gonna visit. Even 2/3 of our people. The ones of you back in the time of Pontius Pilate said, let
the blood.
let the blood be on us, not children, man. All right? Those of you who took part and humiliate the Lord and beat them and spit on them and shit, you're gonna get visited these times because you're back. But like I said, you go down there to Ebenezer Baptist Church, Sunday month. You niggas believe the Lord coming back with a big bucket of fried KFC chicken. Yeah, with strawberry stuff. Huh? With a side of fucking potato wedges, man. You take the Lord for a joke. Meanwhile, when you read these scriptures, the Lord coming back to lay foot to ass. All right?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
The wicked chase back there that smote him and said, tell us, smote us. Yeah, how should I come back and smote you? They smote you. Yeah, right. Smote you.
Yeah, he gonna mark you, man. Who shot you?
Yes.
Who zapped your ass, man? Just like Apostle was. A lot of y'all gonna get a lot of that rap zap,
Yes, brother.
right? The Lord gonna mock you. What is it? War of the World?
Yeah, for the word and turn the people out.
Yeah, a lot of y'all can get, like the scripture said, gonna get beaten in Zapata. That's the scriptures, man. A lot of y'all gonna get evaporated.
Oh, he said, he said, there's nothing to be perceived but the smell of justice.
Yeah. A lot of y'all gonna be running, fat ass ease, running. What you gonna hear? They're gonna be turning to dust, man. For real.
Just your clothes.
Not even that. This is the Lord do this whole the shoes smoking, man. He's gonna have some Vans. You know y'all love to wear them Vans and shit. Nikes and shit. It's gonna be smoking. I'm gonna see you beat him in that day. Like we went into last night when the scripture said he's coming back as an angelic force. I'm gonna see you, especially that Mo Will Smith. I think it's so heroic in the movie. He go and walk up to the chariot punch. With that Mo punch. You see that? He throw that Mo punch. Mo punch with that rubbery fucking wrist you got, man. Yeah, he punched the angel. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen, man. That's only in Hollywood, man. Like your boy said, see out here on this blacktop? This shit real, the blacktop, when your house shot come.
It's right.
She gonna be real, man. You want to deal with a power. But sure to tell you that one ram gonna beat another ram. You gotta deal with that. That's physical. Yeah, you got it.
Bring that out.
God, it's the book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 1 in the read. The revelation of the outshot Mashiach, which the Most High gave it to him, to show it to his servants, things which should shortly come to pass. He sent and signified it by his angel unto his servant John.
Right, it said things that must shortly come to pass. Meaning is not far off. That was written a while back. So imagine now, all right, when the signs, it said in 2 Corinthians 9th chapter, that measured out diligently the signs. It were all the signs that Yahushua told us to look for. You see? So we can see the times that we're in. Go ahead.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 7. Behold, he cometh from clouds, and every eye shall see him.
Every eye gonna see the Lord, man. All right, and we got that account. We're gonna get it in 2 Corinthians 13. You see?
And they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so. Amen.
And those which pierced him. All right, when they went to stick the dagger in the Lord, all right, to make sure he was dead, those that smote him, all right, those that made him drink piss, everybody that had a hand, all right, in the Lord's crucifixion, they're gonna get a harsh, all right, the word ain't even coming to me the way the Lord feel ready to do these people, man. You know? It's gonna get ugly. Yeah, man. No.
Yeah, that's that word whale, right? And that Revelations 1:7. It is G2875. Kopto. Kopto. It says to cut, to strike, to smite. It says to lament, to mourn. But ultimately to cut down, man. To chop. It says especially to beat the breast in grief. Yeah, you know, that's what the Lord coming to do. It's not he ain't coming to embrace, you know, majority of the world, man. What it's saying, believe this in the book of 2 Esdras, there shall be many more that are slain than are saved. Roughly paraphrasing.
Much many more of them that perish.
Right.
Shall be saved. They are not.
That's right, man. What you got? He got. You want to start at the top?
Yeah. Start at, what you see?
The beans.
That's all. Go ahead. Go ahead.
This is Second Ezra 13:3, and it says, "And I behold, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heavens."
Right. This man is talking about Yahweh Shai, right? Thousands of heaven is going into the chariots that's going to be with the Lord. All right, go ahead.
And it says, "And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him."
Right. So it's like that scene from Independence Day. When they seen that massive chariot, people running their cars into each other, just getting out the car. You see? Just looking at it like, oh my God, what is this? You know? But at this point, people are gonna know what it is. You got people with all these eyewitness account, all right, of the quote unquote UFOs, all right, what's all the chariots in the man. Right. So when Yahweh Shai come back on that massive one, they're gonna say, oh, that's it. That's him. You know? Go ahead.
Verse 4, and it says, "And whatsoever the voice went out of his mouth, all day burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it faileth the fire."
Right, which goes into the concentrated heat from the chariots, man. It said all like as the earth fell when it fell in the fire. See? So that's what these people's getting ready to feel. They're concentrated heat from the chariots, man. Go ahead.
And it says, "And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men, out of number from the four winds of the heaven, to subdue the man that came out of the sea." It says, "But I beheld, and lo, he had raised himself a great mountain, and built upon it."
And it's just if you just have a man that have a vision, all right, a dream, he's describing to you what he's seeing in the dream. So as a person reading, you have to visualize what he's seeing. He's seeing a man, it says what? That he was flew upon it, he had graved himself out, flew upon it. You looking at something in a dream, it's like, man, is he flying on the go? That's a big the law. You see, go ahead.
And it says, "And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, and yet durst not fight."
Yeah, because the Lord is going to make them fight. He's going to put a spirit on them to fight it. Right? I said, that president that have that,
Yeah.
that said that, if we have a common enemy, that enters from outer space, that we'll all come together and fight against them. Right? And that's exactly what they're going to do. We told you that it's going to be in a land of Yahweh Shabbat, right? In a Saudi Arabia. But he's going to come back in the midst of World War III. You see, so these nations are already going to be gathered together. You know?
Yeah, I will say because they ultimately know those beings that's in these chariots, which we know them as chariots from the scriptures, right? Like the brother said, they're known to the
Yes.
public as what UFOs, UAPs, right? Those people with the scientists with the telescopes that can see, miles into space, they see that those are so-called black men, man. Right? In these chariots, right? They see the size of these different chariots, so they know, man. Right? They know that they're gonna have to come together. Right?
But they have eyewitness accounts of that.
That's right.
But go ahead, Amar.
Verse 9, and it says, "And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instruments of war. But only I saw that he sent out his mouth, as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his tongue, out of his lips, a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, flame of breath, the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which prepared to fight, and burned them up, every one, so that upon a sudden, of innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and the smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid,
Man, I had a dream and I seen that I would be afraid too. And I wake up in cold sweats, man. You know, have a dream that's substantial. You know, I feel real. Like, yeah, I just see them being eternal. Man. It says nothing to be perceived except for dust and the smell of smoke. And it was a multitude, you know.
Yeah, because it's telling you, like, that he ain't really used no conventional weapon, no sword. Like, he used his fist. He used the chariot, man. Right? And it further explains the capabilities, right? The killing capabilities of the chariots. Right? That's what these different Hollywood movie producers get the idea from, man. The scriptures, the holy scriptures. Right? That wasn't a random thought that they came up with on a random Saturday, man. Right? That comes straight out of the scriptures. Okay?
Wait, this is Second Ezra 13, up to 33. Oh, that's not it. Come on. Let's see. Bring that out. I think it's
Revelation chapter 12. It's the book of Revelation chapter 12, starting at verse 7. Revelation chapter 12, verse 7. And there was a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon. The dragon fought and his angels.
right. What's Michael? All right, who's the second in command of Yahweh Shai? Michael Allah, one who is like the most high. That's right. The same angel that's gonna stand up for the children of thy people. All right. It said what?
It said, and there was a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels.
Right, which this devil Esau Edom, all right, him and his chariots, not his chariots, but you know, his fighter jets, you know, his space force, they're gonna try to fight against Yahweh Shai in the chariots, man. You know?
And he even have a specific type of jet called the Blue Angels, man. Right? And they part of that elite Air Force, man. They not just regular jets. What you got it, huh?
Revelation chapter 12, verse 8. And prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven.
Right, which means they're gonna be totally destroyed. Their place is not gonna be found in heaven. It's representing them being in that good estate, you know, so them being on top, all right? They're getting ready to be cast down, man. You see? Anybody who think they can fight against the Lord and win, they fucked out. No? Yeah, go ahead, Oscar.
This is Second Ezra 13 and 31. And it says, and one shall take, if one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another.
Right, and this is when the spirit, the spiritual realm is getting ready to clash, all right, with the earth. All right. You actually have the spirit coming in. Hey man, it's gonna be crazy. You know, two realms is getting ready to collide. All right. That's the spirit that you should be in, you know, anticipating and waiting. All right. Being in that, as it said in Job, you know, have your arms girded up, man. Have your mind girded up and feet up. You see?
If I can add to you, and that should also strike fear, you know, also to help you pick what side you want to be on in that day.
Yeah.
All right, because you're dealing with chariots, man. That the sites that they claim to have seen, you know, these chariots move in ways that we can't even explain. You know, and destroy things. How it's explained, it's going to destroy things in ways that we never seen before. Versus modern day technology.
You got people, like you said, the destructive capabilities of these chariots have not even been demonstrated on the earth. Right? That's our knowledge, man. Okay, but you have people that actually believe that they're gonna go to fight against the Lord. Right? They firmly believe in their heart that they're doing the right thing. They're fighting for the cause, good old America. Right? But they don't even understand the destructive capabilities. Just imagine for the first chariot blow up the very first thing. But not big parts will fail for fear. You know, the chariots ain't zapping nothing. They just watch it, observe it, right? And report things unto the Lord, man. What you got? Huh?
Yeah, they popping out. It's bigger than little turns. They be dipping off.
Show you. You can't put no heat signature on me. You can't shoot those lasers at me. Right? Your anti-aircraft weapons, none of those things work. Completely put you to shame. What the one guy said that I think it was he fought he is in the military, but he like went to defense or something like that. Yeah, higher up. I believe so. Wait, secretary. Yeah, he said that we're 1,000 years behind. But 1,000 years, they fall behind in technology.
1,000 light years behind, man.
Man, you're 144,000 behind, man.
Where the Lord don't even need servants. He can just use his wind.
One age,
He just use one angel to destroy the crew, man. You know? Man, come on. You know, it's, when you think about the majesty and the glory of the Lord, it's nothing that you can do to try to fight against that.
That's right, bro.
You gotta be out of your damn mind. But that's the pride, as it says over God. That's the pride of this devil, you know. Y'all brothers get y'all precepts, man. And then y'all can walk inside.
I definitely want to say something.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but a lot of people think that they could, go to hand and toe to toe with the Lord, right? Because of the man, in every movie that's someone like that, they always have victory in the end. But the time that we coming into it, man, that shit not gonna happen
At all.
What they did in Independence Day the second. Did you
I
gotta go watch it though. Because what they did, they went into space and put up big old guns to shoot at. Because you remember it was a big old fall the first time, even up in the second. So what they did was set up defensive measures in the heavens to prevent the Lord from coming. They actually believe that they can fight against the Lord, bro.
And punching no angel.
Hell no.
This the real thing. You ain't even get close to the angels.
Yeah. Just technology and all that, biologically, be terrestrial and they celestial. So the bodies and the things that they have and they could do, as far as they see them,
This is Revelation chapter 17, and 12, 14. It says that the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast, which the 10 one on the EU and them, right? The alliance, which we know American people. All right. It says these have one mind and give their power and straight unto the beast. These, verse 14, these shall be war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them.
Right, go back into that whole situation. It said these are gonna be war with the Lamb, man. All right, meaning they're gonna consent and say, "Oh, we gotta fight against the Lord." See,
It says, these shall be war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. For he is the Lord of lords and the King of kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. And that's pretty much the point, man. It's gonna strike us a good idea for them to band together, to try to fight against the Lord, but with the power that's undefeated, man. And he's gonna maintain that record, when he didn't even think that he could step up against him, man. That's it. All right, so Isaiah 66, verse 15, verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. There you go. That's right, man. Say, man, basically it's gonna come back in those chariots, man, to put to death a lot of people, man. Well, hey, man, it's gonna be blood everywhere, man. Like the blood earlier, I just see street, man. Say, man, like, hey, Lord, he's gonna do a whole lot of killing out here. Right? See, guys.
got something in your mind?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 47, verse 3. It says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen.
We're seeing the shame of Esau Edom right now. See, we see his nakedness, and it said Isaiah 25. The veil, all right, that skirt is being lifted up, man. We can see it now. You know?
It says, I will take vengeance
Uh-huh.
and I will not meet thee as a man.
Got
That's just backing up y'all point. See, he's not gonna meet them as a man. Okay, which that first time he came, he met them as a man. Why they believe the things that they did to him. But this time, he's gonna come back and it's full glory.
And the Lord understood it that back then. He knew, like, look, I just gotta finish this mission because I know when I come back and see y'all next time, it's fucking over.
Yeah.
You know? But go ahead. Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah 4, verse 6, going to verse 7. It says, set up the standard towards Zion, the tyrant stay not, for I will bring evil from the north and a great destruction. Verse 7, it says, the lion is come up from his thicket, and the destroyer of the Gentiles is way. He is gone forth from his place to make thy land desolate, and thy city shall be laid waste without inhabitant. Right? So we're talking about the return of Yahweh Bashir al-Shah, but your nations are so fucked beyond belief, it's going to be unreal, man. Because guess what? You know, the Lord is coming back to say the remnant of the nation of Israel, and all of y'all are going into slavery.
That's right. And it's straight like that, man. Like the brother said, you go fuck beyond your belief. You know? Beyond comprehension. If you really could understand, if I was the king of the earth, and I could understand that the prophets is telling me that their king is coming back, and that he's coming back with angelic force, a force we've never seen, you think I would sit here and try to counsel the other kings to fight against him? Would you bargain with him? Come on, man. It's telling you he come back to take what's rightfully his.
That's right.
You see? You think I'm a bargain with that? And I know that that's the Lord too. You see? But they gonna do it anyway. Like I said, the pride of this damn devil. You know?
The Lord is gonna make them.
Yeah, right.
So it's not gonna be, he's not gonna put that thought in your head for y'all to even think that y'all can run away from this shit, man. He's gonna make y'all fight this battle just so his glory can be shown.
Yeah.
You know?
For that same purpose, like he did Pharaoh.
Yeah.
Like in 9:13, huh? Like in Romans 9:17.
But that's what I'm told.
Yeah.
Pharaoh.
Yeah.
You got it? Yeah.
I could
I gotta get it. But it's just like he did with Pharaoh. You know, he kept making his heart hard. Kept making his heart hard. Why? So he could raise up that his power, his glory to show that, look, I will make an example out of you.
That's
right. And that's been an example for generation to generations up until now. You know?
He could have just done away with Pharaoh.
Yeah.
Could have just took us out.
Yeah.
No, he allowed Pharaoh to build this that we had. He's doing the same thing when he saw Edom come.
I was about to say that. He's allowed him to build up a higher or way higher tab. You know? Look at what's going on right now. All right. He already enslaved the so-called blacks, right? Killed the so-called Native Americans, and now he got put pressure on the so-called Latinos, right? And it's on in his heart, more and more. He don't be from oppressing, all right? He already put shit, the food in the air, and he finna go even further with the MOTB, you know? So everything that's gonna happen to this devil is validated through his actions, man. All right, the Lord have every right to smite him in the way he gonna do it, man. You got it.
This book of Second Esdras, chapter 13, verse 8. And at this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, and yet there's fight.
Got it.
Yeah, that's backing up the point. Like, the Lord gonna make a fight. The same way he control on the mind of Pharaoh, he gonna put it on his heart to fight against him. Basically, setting them up.
All right, that's good. It came back out because I wanted to say that earlier. That's why, brothers always say, man, for you sincere, right, you're in the army, man, you better get up on that shit, man. It ain't gonna be no hope for you if they send your ass over there. Coming back. I promise you that.
They used to always tell, take back the fight. You don't want to go to the army because you fight the white man more. Right? That's state battle. But even for the more with this right here, now it's the judgment. This is the judgment for all the heathen nations, you know, are in the military that's going to attempt to fight the Lamb. You know,
But we read it earlier in what the Joel 3. The stink's gonna go shall rise up. Why is this stink gonna rise up? Because they're gonna die over that, man.
Yeah, platoon dead bodies, man.
The scriptures tell you all about what? They're gonna be many that through the loss of I'm paraphrasing it wrong, but it's going into widowhood, man. A whole bunch of widows, man.
I'll take that second.
That's from the 16
In around 33.
That's right, man.
To tell you that they're gonna mourn having no pride. That's right, you know. The mothers are gonna mourn because they ain't gonna be no sons, man. They're gonna know the loss of children. They're gonna know the loss of children already.
like
Let them
like the elders say, man, y'all throwing a one-way ticket to Yahweh Shabbat, man. It ain't gonna be no planes coming back to the
Man, you don't believe without it. A draft is coming. A lot of a lot of you sons, seeing these some of these women go get drafted, man. It's gonna be real bad. Get drafted to this war, you ain't coming back. It's up. You ain't coming back.
cancel Christmas.
Lord.
Bring it out, bring it down.
Oh,
Man, let the have his free.
Speak up, smart. Back another point, like the Lord he's gonna have a new army. So, you know,
it's Psalm 68, verse 17. The chariots of Yahweh Shibashar are 20,000, even thousands of angels. Lord is among them in Sinai in the holy place.
hey man, can you picture 20,000 chariots in the skies, man? Can you picture that? You can't. 20,000 chariots, bro. That's insane. What you gonna do? You know?
Yeah. That verse 18. Verse 18. Verse 18. God ascended on high. God has led captivity that has received gifts from men. Gave rebellious also that the Lord Yahweh Hashemashai might dwell among them. Yeah, that was it with the 17. Lord, he's gonna have a way higher army than this damn devil. It's gonna overpower.
Yeah, that's I'm about to get that, you know. But to combine all the kings of the earth all together, that's still not enough to deal with the Lord. No, it's still not enough.
You see that different video that come up of these Esau trying to be off of the chariots. Yeah. And you see, they like what outside. They out west. When the chariot could just stop in the middle of going millions of miles out and just
Talk about faster than the speed of sound.
yes,
Just stop. Stop.
and just go yes with the opposite direction at the same speed.
Yeah.
I was gonna kind of say that earlier when we were bringing out the chariots. Esau was chasing the chariot, and it said that it stopped. It went a completely different direction. It said the amount of time it would take to fight a jet, it would take them half the state of Ohio. So they got to make the turn.
Yeah, I just thought that, you know. Yeah.
if you have to know again, they know exactly all of these things of what they think that they know of how the chariots move. Because what they have now, they got they jets and shit that can almost come to a complete stop when it's I forget the name of it when it kind of goes straight up. But they thanks to imitate all of the creations of the Lord, man.
Yeah.
The real money created. Everything they
Right.
do is the 18% scripture, bro.
Yeah. That's what you want to be like the Most High. You want to sit in that seat. That said in Ezekiel 28, man. You want to be as the Most High is. That's why he's coming with the whole the RFID there, man.
That's right.
You know, because you want to be the most high, truly in your heart. You thank God that, you know. But the Lord getting ready, he finna show you who's him.
Yeah.
You know, Lord show you.
This is Jeremiah 25, and mine was 40, verse 30. Therefore prophesy thou against them all the words, these words, and say unto them, Yahweh shall roar from on high and utter his voice from his holy habitation. He shall mightily roar upon his habitation. He shall give a shout as they that tread the great against all the inhabitants of the earth. That just saying how the Most High is about to ready to bring judgment on all the people on the earth, not just Edom. Verse 31. And Noah shall come even unto the end of the earth, for the Yahweh has a controversy with the nations.
Yes.
He will plead with all flesh. He will give them that are wicked to the Lord, says the Lord. This is Lord saying he got controversy with all the nations for what they have done to Israel. So he's saying, hey, I got sword ready for all guys. So that's not you. Either nation as well.
Because all of these nations have had a part in touching the heaven of the Most High eye, man. You know, it wasn't just Esau and Edom. It take that and start off the 83rd chapter, man. That it was confederate with thee. They made one consent to cut off the nation. You know, so the same way you made one consent, you all gonna receive the same judgment, man. All right. The only difference is you gonna get a chance to go back, all right, to where you're supposed to be at. Esau, hey man, it's gonna be a big bonfire for him. You know. Go ahead.
Hey, just to back you up and tell you in the book of Lamentations that all the nations clap their hands.
Yeah.
Right? They hissed at us. And it also said they all was looking for the day that we're not a nation, man.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's in the second chapter. But I got that word controversy. This H73, 79 read, it says strife, dispute, a quarrel, case that law.
It said a quarrel. Like fight, man. The Lord, man, the Lord about to pick a fight with you, whether you want to or not. That's right. The big man bully, all right, on the planet Earth for some time now. You've been picking fights and quarreling with everybody else, but the Lord is for the spirit of bullies, right? You know? Somebody else that's not your you know?
Yeah. Verse 32. Thus says Yahweh, people shall go forth from nation to nation, and a great whirlwind shall come coast on the earth. This talk about the hell shall be coming back. So like I say, not just Edom, but he's gonna go nation to nation, subjugate all the tribes that are on earth. Verse 33. And the slain of the Lord shall be many. At that day, from one end of the earth, even unto the other end of the earth.
Yeah, so it's gonna be from one end of the earth even unto the other end. Hey man, we can talk about this all day. You know, how many people that the Lord is getting ready to slay. All right?
They shall not be lamented, neither gathered nor buried.
It ain't gonna be no time to mourn, right? It ain't gonna be no time to have a funeral, to have a proper burial. It's not even gonna be no time for them to be buried, man. No.
He said, they shall be dog upon the ground.
It's like shit on the ground. The dog take a shit, what it do? It just pile up. Hey man, that's how the Lord is, that's how bodies just gonna be piled up on the planet Earth, man.
They one of them. They say how they stumble over the corpse.
Oh,
Yeah.
You can see you.
That was it right there.
In Jeremiah 16:4, It says they should die of grievous deaths.
Right, and grievous, that's an uneasy death, man. It's painful. It's excruciating. See? Go ahead.
It says they shall not be lamented,
It's backing up the word. Yes.
neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth. They shall be consumed by the sword and by famines, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven and for the beasts of the earth.
Right, so it's gonna come time. There's gonna be so many dead bodies. It's gonna be so filthy and stinky out there that the birds of heaven is actually gonna be meat food. See,
So what's so that the Lord would have to make
All
a
right.
contract with the birds of the heavens to clean all of that up, man.
that's right. And the beasts of the field.
That's right.
But you see, you gonna have lions, all right, all these wild animals devouring, man. You know, hey, man, this is like the brothers been going into the like the brothers been going into the dark truths of the Bible. You know, it is one of the dark truths of the Bible. It's the like the elder always say, it's the nastiness of the scriptures, man. You know, but the pastor ain't gonna tell you that in the church, right? The Lord gotta put a certain spirit upon a man to tell you the real truth. You see?
This back to what you said, the dark. This is Amos 5:18. It says, "Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light." And just like the brother was going into, man, you know, this is the darkness of the scripture, man. The Lord is not coming back with candy and power to you people. He's coming back for destruction to give every man their reward, as in Revelation 22, man. So you know, you got the time and opportunity, you know, to work to receive the good rather than, you know, blood and guts. The Lord is going to dish out to the rest of them.
I'm coming, man. Blood, guts, and ass, man. Right? That's what's gonna be. That's what's gonna happen. Right? The supreme power coming back later on law, man. Right? And then ultimately, a lot of you is talking about beat your faith. At the church, because you like I said, you didn't. Why did you never talk about this? Why your pastors never talk about this? All of them in an uproar this last week because of what Bruce said. Again, nigga one line. Nigga robot in Roseburg tape. Can you pray for me?
Hey, do time.
Hey, man, check out the window. He won't learn though, man. Only an idiot will still be in the church in 2026, man. They ain't teaching you a goddamn thing. Go back to a pastor Sunday morning, put the chair to the Lord, man. And watch him tell you some BS. Ask him about the destruction. Ask him about Jeremiah's 51st chapter, man. The 50th chapter. Ask him about Obadiah. Maybe you can get him to explain to you or the second half of 13th chapter. Maybe.
You don't know what that is,
I
right?
don't even know what that is. No. Yeah. Still, you've been fooled. You've been bamboozled the whole time. Right?
This is Isaiah chapter 42 in 13. It says, "The Lord shall go forth as a mighty man. He should stir up jealousy like a man of war. He should cry, yea, roar. He should prevail against his enemies."
Well, to you multiple times in the scripture that he does make war, man. He come to make war, man. Boy, he coming back to hand out lollipops and popsicles and shit, man. He coming back to make war with this realm, the key to this realm. Right?
Yeah.
I'm about to come back playing with you people, man.
Verse 14, it says,
If you're a warrior, what's the act of war? What you doing in war? You kill shit. You straight conquer and delete shit, man. That's what your Howard Shah is going to do. That's what the scripture tell, right? But your pastor don't tell you, right?
verse 14 says, I have long time holding my peace.
And see, another thing, when young boys in the church coming up, you thought the Lord was all love. You thought the Lord was sucker. You know, it's being out of a whole part of us, man. You read the scripture for yourself, man. He hard body, man. Right? He hard.
It says,
And the main thing got me. I didn't know back then. The Lord went to the temple.
yeah,
Some money changes, man. He balled out. We see how he crashed out, bigged out. He ain't never taking that. Okay?
even in that situation, but you thought that the Lord was all gosh darn it, you know, all these nice words, whatever. Oh, it's like cursing. It's all. Yeah. But verse 14, it says, I have a long time holding my peace. I have been still and refrained myself. Now will I cry like a travailing woman. I will destroy and devour them.
Or the Bible at plus, man. Right? That's what we wait on. Wait for how much you know, shout, how much trying to come back and take the goddamn devil down, man. Right? With the hosts of heaven, too. And that's another thing. That's a part of destruction. All right? The Lord coming back to deliver, destroy, man. All right?
Revelation 61. It says,
Right.
and I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals, and I heard, as it were the noise of thunder, one of the four beasts saying, come and see. And I saw, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him.
You will on that white horse. It's a humble shot. Right?
And he went forth conquering and to conquer.
Hey, somebody get conquered. What it means to conquer. It's take by force. To violate, take by force. Right? And Howard Shah is coming back to get his crown. So he's coming back to get his dominion on planet Earth. Truly rule. And set aside the people that are in power. So they had nothing, man. Right? We were part of that. We were part of that, man.
See that Daniel 7:18 and the saints of the Most High shall take.
Take the key. Yeah. None of the Revelation tell you that the kingdom of heaven is going to come with violence, man. That's why he said too that this is my kingdom, my servant will fight, man. So, where you follow up Caravan Israelites at, man? Not called Caravan. Some of you niggas like, yeah. All that power in your belly glow, the rain. That's a lot of you niggas, man. Caravan, you want to save other nations. You want to stay here, create soup kitchens and 501c3s. Huh? Arms and butt plugs. Wow.
Oh,
Go ahead, man. What you say?
pull that conquer.
It's all the butt plug.
This Micah 4:13, it says, arise and dress, O daughter of Zion, for I will make thy horns iron, and I will make thy hooks brass,
See, I think it's Micah 5:8. Read that shit.
and thou shalt beat in pieces many people.
So the Lord, hey man, next time it's gonna get busy with many nations, man. I think that's it. It's Micah 5:8. You look at it, you get it.
Read it again. It's Micah 4:13. Walk it down. I'm gonna shoot a video. We gonna do these nations, man. We get the green light from the Heavenly Father, man. We're gonna show you. Micah 4:13. It says, "Arise and fresh, O daughter of Zion." And the Lord like it is meant to a comely and delicate woman, man. So when sometimes you see the daughter of Zion, he's speaking in effect. Now sometimes he is speaking about the daughters, but generally he like an effect unto a comely and delicate woman, man. It says, "Arrest and fresh, O daughter of Zion, submit, for I will make thy horns iron, and I will make thy hoofs brass."
Hey, give me that one song. David said, "Make my hands."
To walk. It says, "And thou shalt beat in pieces many people."
That's coming, man. You gonna, hey, man. You gonna have the hands of God that day, man. If we get a hold of you, if we hit one of you nations, we're gonna break your bones, man.
Yeah, the holy hand of God, man. Put it up there.
Yeah, we're gonna see how we're gonna see how well your bones hold up in that day, man.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
That's cradles.
Let's see.
I'm gonna get busy like that, man.
It says, hold on. It says, "And I will consecrate their gain unto Yahweh, and their substance unto the Lord of the whole earth." You got it.
Zechariah, back up the elder to the 12, verse 8. The reason that day, so the Lord defend that inhabitants of us, and he that is feeble among them, that in that day shall be as David.
Yeah, so the weakest brother amongst us should be as David. And David was a mighty man, man. David wasn't no easy target. He wasn't no mark, man. And he said L.A. Oh, okay. He wasn't no mark ass trick. A buster. He wasn't no buster, man.
They say songs about it. But they say small killed thousands of David.
Yeah, he wasn't no politics, man. He wasn't easy to get over, man. David would put you to flight. So the weakest man among us is gonna be as David that day, man. All right? Destroying machine, man. Go ahead.
The house of David shall be as God.
What did it say?
It says, and the house of David shall be as God,
Yeah.
as the angel of the Lord before them.
Yeah. So the strong men amongst us will be as God that day, man. How about Shem Shai stick? It's gonna be headed to the captain too.
Oh,
Still.
it's a lot.
That's what I was gonna say. Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power. All you niggas that talk shit and done the brothers wrong, man, you feel it. Man, pain. Gruesome pain, man. You gonna smell like cologne that day. If Franklin's and murder. On your ass we go too. Go ahead, brother. That's it.
That's the point. Yeah. It's the book of Micah, chapter 5, verse 8.
Oh, no, you just scratch out. It's like you just yeah, you can scratch that. I got that. Somebody else had that.
Jeremiah 51:20. Thou art my battle axes, and weapons of war. With thee will I break in pieces the nations.
What first and foremost, the nation of Israel, the Lord gonna use us to break nations, man. And we gonna be the weapon, man. We ain't gonna need no goddamn. What the fuck we gonna need a gun for in the kingdom? What we gonna need a goddamn jet, B-2 bombers and shit to do weapon? No, we gonna be the do weapon, man. We get our hands on these motherfuckers, man. Huh?
Yo, man.
Yeah, we're gonna do you. In that order, man.
Got a show called Invincible. Main character, one of the main characters, Omni Man. He's like Superman if he was in his right mind. Right. And he was telling his son he's also got powers because they have fighter jets coming against him. Look what they need to mimic even a fraction of our power.
Yeah. You want to get these across your fucking lips, man. Right?
That's what I am.
You want to get these across your goddamn lips. Right, man. Go ahead, buddy.
Nobody gets spared.
Nobody, man.
And good people like destroy the kingdom.
Yeah.
And good deeds like breaking pieces the horse and his rider, and good deeds like breaking pieces the chariot and its rider.
Yeah, man. We're gonna put armies to flight, man. Brother's gonna throw tanks down the fucking street. Said we gonna,
Almost in there.
throw that bitch, man. I want to see you motherfuckers talk shit in that day, man. I want to see ice in that day. Yeah, we're gonna melt your ass, man. You know? I want to see all the biggest, baddest, 5'5" niggas, man. In that day, man. Yeah, on the day, on folk them. Folk them ain't gonna be able to stop a goddamn thing. Go ahead, brother.
Also like breaking pieces man and woman.
Ooh, woman too. A lot of you Tatianas will get foot the ass too, man. A lot of you goddamn hoes. Yeah. We're gonna go get hoes, man.
And with people like breaking pieces old and young.
Hey, so you put everybody as give everybody getting that work, man. Yeah.
With people like breaking pieces the young man and the baby.
So everybody get touched, man. In that day. Man. Thank you. Oh man. What you gonna do with that?
All of this on there.
Nice. You gonna get paid with your fun? Yeah, we gonna think of it, man. We gonna think of you when it flows like that. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of y'all might get that scorpion. What's called?
It's cold in that shit. They can't use the plus. Yeah,
Yeah, man. What y'all got there?
I got that song.
Yeah, give me that song.
This song, chapter 18, verse 33.
Hey man, them motherfuckers on that tooth, boy, them motherfuckers were soft. Man. That's right. And we already seen some shit going on. Right? Nah, I you know.
It's Psalms 18, verse 33. It says, He maketh my feet like hinds feet, and setteth me upon my high places. He teacheth my hands to war, so that a bow steel is broken by my arms.
Yeah. We gonna break steel. We gonna punch through shit. We gonna throw shit. We gonna fly, man. We gonna fly, man. We gonna, hey man, you gonna do shit. We gonna stop that shit, man. Thought. Remember who that was? That shot the gun. And they shot it our eyeball. Bullet ricocheted off his shit, man. We ain't gonna be touching that thing. The Israelite, hey man, it's coming. Even now, it's true. It's coming to a time. Israelite man is gonna be the baddest motherfucker on planet Earth, man. It ain't forever. It ain't a goddamn thing another nation can do. Not you fucking Chinaman, you slit-eyed Chinaman, you ain't gonna be able to do a goddamn thing, man. You can send one of your baddest robots out there with that bullshit. You gonna get sent somewhere, man. You goddamn Arab shoot, you ain't gonna be able to do nothing with an Israelite man. Right? Especially you.
This is Isaiah 40 and 29. He giving power to the faint, and to them that have no might, he increases strength.
Yeah, right now we ain't got no mic. Hey, like I said last night on the video, man. Wait, it's really like that right now. We Jacob our word. A word is defensive. No type of mechanism to ward off any enemy, any predators, man. They just do what they want to do to us right now. But it's coming to a time very soon, but it's not gonna be something. You roll up on a brother, you have a bad fucking day, man. Alright? A real bad day. Yeah, somebody gonna spring a leak. A couple of, if you understand what I'm saying, man, you gonna have a couple of church.
Give it. Isaiah 40 and 29, he giving power to the faint, and to them that have no might, he increases strength.
That's the time to come. We better increase our strength, man. Well, we're gonna be, hey man, we're gonna be angelic, man. Strong. I'm talking about. I always say, first gonna be some sidewalk cracking motherfuckers, man. We gonna crack the concrete. All right. Men with all types of power.
David had phrased Saul and Jonathan, saying in their days, they hands, they
He said that's swift for the east. He said that was lion like.
it was lion like and swift than eagles, man. Yeah. Even verse 30, even the youths shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. But they that wait upon Yahweh shall renew their strength.
That's what we waiting on. We once had that power, waiting to get that. We waiting to get renewed that power again, man. We fell from grace. All right.
It says they shall mount up with wings as eagles.
What eagles do? They fly.
They hunt too.
Yeah, that's true. Let's go into Jeremiah the 16th chapter, man. We're fishing the men right now. We're finna be hunters.
That's
All right.
it says they shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. Which you gotta have spiritual powers to do that. Only the angels, you gotta have a celestial like a constitution in order to do that. Because we get tired, we're in these broken, beat down bodies. We get tired, we get faint, we get weary. All right, but if you can mount up like an eagle and fly, not get weary, run and not get tired, you got spiritual powers, man. That's what the Lord gave unto David when David was taking out tens of thousands of those men. He had the spirit of the Lord, man. All right, the angels was, helping him. And man, come on, man, it's about to go down.
Even when David took down Goliath, man, the spirit of the Lord was with David because David had faith. It was power in the stones, man.
Yes, bro.
Take down that big ugly motherfucker. All right, and the Lord was with David, man.
Yeah.
And like all through the scriptures, our different forefathers had power, man. Moses, I think J-Thing because Moses stood and opened. What you thought that was? Something that miraculous just happened? That was power. Samson.
Elijah, called fire from heaven.
Samson went to the whole house and
Came out then. With the gate and
that's some fire,
Yes,
Come on, man.
But if you're the elect and you're in the house of David, he had mighty men. One man
Oh,
jumped
man.
in the hole.
That was yeah.
But now
And then it was several mighty men that David had. You gotta go read about it, man.
yes, these are the house of David.
Like you always going to
Yes.
the one we always going to. He just came from a battle, but he shot a bunch of men. And just because on a snowy day,
On a snowy day.
the line was down in the pit. He jumped out
In the pit.
and got it busy with him. Just because, man.
Took a great warrior Egypt's own spear, turned it against him, shook him with it.
Yeah,
One of the mighty men, his hand, he used the weapon to enclave it to his hand. The weapon became his hand. That was David. Okay, no, that wasn't David. That was one of his mighty. No, no, it was one of his mighty men. Samson, Philistines, with the ass of a jawbone of the ass.
I got it.
You got the one I'm talking about?
Yeah. It says 2 Samuel chapter 23 and 10.
Is it? Yeah.
It says he arose
Yeah.
and smote the Philistines until his hand was weary. And his hand clave unto the sword.
Yeah.
And the Lord brought a great victory that day. And the people returned unto him only the spoil.
So it's like his hand became a sword.
but that's what happens, man. When you get trained with a particular weapon, whatever it be, after so long, you become one with it, man. Just like this weapon. After so long of studying these scriptures, you become one with it, man. Right?
Go to the I, yeah.
Him and that weapon became one.
The lion.
Okay, come on. We need it, brothers need to hit this because this what we about to get. We continue to faith, right? If we faith now, we gonna get the Lord gonna run our strength back up, man. All right? He's doing it not through the spirit of these scriptures. And he's getting our minds ready to receive this. Go ahead,
It says,
Because before you get this, you got to install belief in your head, man. That's why Yahweh Shai told Peter when he told him he told Peter to walk on the water. He had to have faith. You first have to have that, man. You have to have the faith that most people, when you tell them about spiritual power, they don't believe that, man. I remember Jake told us on the block one time, little comic book shit. This ain't Disney World. This ain't. Where do you think they get it from? It's not faith. And the majority of you Jakes out here, you don't have faith. You don't believe in it. You don't believe in nothing. The only thing you believe that Tupac's still alive, man. The only thing niggas believe. Dumb shit like that. You got something? Hey, go ahead.
Son, it's the book of John, chapter 14, verse 12. Verily, verily, I say unto you, John chapter 14, verse 12. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, shall he do also. And greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father.
And Howard Shaw was a bad man. He telling you, hey, man, you're going to do greater things than I did. All right? One more time, man. One more time. That's what we're doing now. We're suffering now to get that reward, man. Why you think we standing out here on the goddamn whole night, man?
Person up.
Ain't nobody out here. With 20 miles an hour wind on top of the vehicle. Yeah, I'm shocked. Remember these days, man. He remember the Canal Street days battling with assholes out there, man. Brothers going to jail, getting the hey, Lord, remember all that. All for me. You know, all for your upside saying that we gonna get it for me, man. And the rewards coming behind it. Go ahead.
this is our 2 Samuel chapter 23. We already got the first one. We're gonna go to King David now. It says, and David moaned and said that one would give me a drink of the water of the well of Bethlehem, which is by the gate. And the three mighty men break through the host of the Philistines and drew water out of the well of Bethlehem that was by the gate and took it and brought it to David. Nevertheless, he would not drink thereof, but poured it out unto the Lord.
Hey, who does that, man? Somebody that died. My dead homie. Jake, man. Ain't no anybody doing that, brother. Ain't no anybody's doing that. Read that part again. That's yeah, man.
It says, and he said it, be far from me. Oh, look, it's like verse 2 Samuel 23.
Been there for a long time. Man.
Yeah. And the three mighty men break through the host of the Philistines, and drew water out of the well of Bethlehem that was by the gate and took it. and brought it to David. Nevertheless, he would not drink thereof, but poured it out unto the Lord.
I just seen some niggas, Jake's out there in California. I think somebody had died. They were pouring the liquor. They had a fire going. They were pouring the liquor into the fire and shit, man. Go ahead.
It says, and he said, be it far from me, O Lord, I should do this. Is not this the blood of men that we get in jeopardy of their lives? Therefore, he would not drink it.
He was what we said. He was paying homage for the men that died, man.
Yeah.
Only Jake do that. Come on, man. You can't see the connection between Israelites, the things we do today, and the things that the people in the Bible do. Right.
It says, these things did these three mighty men, and Abishai, the brother of Joab, the son of Zeruiah, was chief among three, and he lifted up his spear against 300 and slew them, and had the name among three. Was he not most honorable of three? Therefore he was their captain. Howbeit he attained not unto the first three. And Benaiah, the son of Jehoiada, the son of a valiant man of Kabzeel, who had done many acts, he slew 2 lion-like men of Moab.
2 lion like so these Moabites, they was some bad boys, man. They give them their credit right there.
Yeah.
So it was 2 lion like men.
Lion-like men of Moab. He went down also and slew a lion in the midst of a pit in the time of snow.
So after he put them 2 goofies down. he went, yeah, them 2 bozos, he went there, what?
It says he went in the midst. He went down also and slew a lion in the midst of a pit in the time of snow.
Yeah, in the time of snow. So it's already blistering cold. And just because he jumped down into the pit, he got it on with it, man.
It's challenging to fight in snow. You can't, it's, I'm telling you, how that snow was then. It's hard to maneuver, have agility and shit like that to get up, man.
Hey, man, them men were hard bodied, man.
He was in the pit, so you can't move that much or nothing. So he did that.
Like, what?
It says, and he slew an Egyptian goodly man, and the Egyptian had a spear in his hand, but he went down to him with the staff and plucked the spear out of the Egyptian's hand and slew him with his own spear.
That's disrespectful, man. Hey, even when you make the call, them nigga kill you when you own. Nigga take your shit from you and hit you with your own blicky. Come on, man.
You're a test.
Yeah.
Yeah. They smoked him, man. So hey man, I've been with some man. We gonna get that power. You looking at the house of David that once possessed that power, man. We finna get it back again. All right? That brother had put something on it?
Yeah. Why you
Which one that
put
was?
that word quicken it up there?
Quicken it?
Why you?
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Oh, that was John what?
John 2.
Get
John 5.
you get John 5 and 21, and then once you get it, get the word quick. Brother had it up there.
That's something on my.
I got it. This is the book of St. John, chapter 5, verse 21. Red letters, Yahweh Shai speak. It says, for as the Father raised up the dead and quickened them, even so the Son quickened whom he will.
Oh man.
They got some heat on it.
That's that quicken. Blue letter. G 22:27. It says to produce, alive, beget, bear living, young. It says to cause, to live, to make alive, to give life by spiritual power, to arouse and to invigorate. It says to restore life, to give increase of life, thus of physical life, of spiritual quickening, as respects of the spirit, and do with new and greater powers of light.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's what we be blessed with, man. Right? We just gotta endure it. Right? If we endure, we get all that and something, man. We gonna receive the benefits of the kingdom of heaven if it's gonna come with a whole lot, man. Right? So hey, with that, so we'll end it right here. We give all praise, glory, and honor to God. Forgive, we'll give double honor to our elders, the elders, break millstone, peace, blessings, and salutations again. Till next time, shalom. Pop, 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 pop.